Coming up, Georgia votes for Mitt Romney, but Barack Obama wins the White House.
And we have the final results of all your local and state races. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Yolanda Mitchell.
And I'm Ariel Brooks. Now that the election is over, both the Republicans and Democrats have decided that it's time to move forward.
President Barack Obama said in his victory speech that he's looking forward to working with Republicans on issues such as reducing the deficit and reforming the tax code. Meanwhile, former presidential candidate Mitt Romney told CNN that we cannot afford bipartisan bickering and that both sides now need to find ways to work together. While both sides sound positive about our government's future, only time will tell if they can put aside their political differences and work together for the interest of the American people.
Mitt Romney took the stage just before 1 o'clock this morning to concede the race. He spoke briefly in a speech very different than the one he said hours earlier he planned to give. Emily Smith has more about Romney's last words in his campaign.
Mitt Romney had said he had one speech prepared to give on that stage, an 1,118-word victory speech he had written but hadn't yet run past his family or his advisors. Instead, he gave a less than 5-minute speech in which he said he congratulated President Obama on his win.
In the early hours after a long election day, Mitt Romney said he had called President Obama and the race was over.
I so wish that I had been able to fulfill your hopes to lead the country in a different direction, but the nation chose another leader, and so Ann and I join with you to earnestly pray for him and for this great nation.
The mood was a stark contrast to his announcement in June 2011.
I believe in America, and I'm running for president of the United States.
And to the crowds who welcomed him on a last-minute election day trip to the critical swing states of Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Thanks for your work. Gosh, you guys are fabulous. Thank you so much.
Neither state went Romney's way, making it impossible for him to pick up the 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency.
The nation, as you know, is at a critical point. At a time like this, we can't risk partisan bickering and political posturing.
President Obama congratulated Romney and Paul Ryan on a hard-fought campaign.
We may have battled fiercely, but it's only because we love this country deeply, and we care so strongly about its future.
Romney also talked about the country's future.
I believe in the people of America. And I ran for office because I'm concerned about America. This election is over, but our principles endure.
Now, after Mitt Romney spoke, he was joined on stage by his family and by his running mate Paul Ryan and Ryan's family. Romney had told reporters earlier in the day he hadn't given much thought to losing, though he said he had a family and a life important to him, win or lose. In Boston, I'm Emily Schmidt.
Closer to home, the SPLOST 7 referendum was defeated by a small percentage. One of the most anticipated items on the ballot was intended to provide funds for libraries, municipal auditoriums, and other public facilities. The measure lost by a small number of 51 to 48%.
The divisive measure allowing for state funding to go towards charter schools passed by a narrow margin of 51 to 48%. The measure will allow the state to provide funding for charter schools at the request of the local community. Most local educators are against the proposal, as the money for charter schools will be taken from traditional schools' budget.
And in the third referendum in Lowndes County, voters approved purchasing alcohol on Sundays between 12:30 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. The referendum passed by a large margin of 59 to 40%. Passing the referendum now places all of Lowndes County on the same page as the city of Valdosta with regards to alcohol sales on Sundays.
Coming up, the final numbers for your local races.
And a look at your chilly weather forecast. Stay with us.
Valdosta State University.
Quality academics.
Caring faculty mentors.
a beautiful campus.
Opportunities for involvement, leadership, and service.
Championship athletics, spirit and pride.
Discover your opportunities.
Valdosta State University.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Danse, balance sur la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence. Dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Obama wasn't the only incumbent to be reelected last night.
In the run for Lowndes County Sheriff, J.D. Yeager and Chris Prine squared off in a hotly contested race. Prine was able to dominate over his opponent, winning over 60% of the vote. Swaying the polls was Prine's long list of experience and credentials. While working with the State Patrol, Prine became a captain and later commander of the statewide SWAT team. According to his website, Prine will continue to be responsive to the needs, safety, and protection of all Lowndes County citizens and guests.
In the race for county commissioner, chairman between Republican candidate Bill Slaughter and Democrat Gretchen Quarterman, Slaughter prevailed with over 53% of votes to 46% for Quarterman. For county commissioner in District 5, Democratic candidate DeMarcus Marshall takes the win against Republican John Gates with over 64% of votes to 35% for Gates.
State Senator for District 8, Tim Golden, will keep his seat with 62% of the vote from 7 counties. Challenger Vikram Mahanti picked up 38%. The Lowndes County vote mirrored the 7-county sentiment, with Golden taking 60% of the vote and Mahanti garnering 40%. Georgia State Senate seats are up for re-election every 2 years.
3 state representatives were elected last night in our local area from Districts 177, 175, and 174. District 177 is a brand new district this year whose first representative is Dexter Sharper with an overwhelming victory. Sharper won 67% of the vote against Glenn Gregory, who picked up 33%. Amy Carter will keep her seat as representative of District 165. She also had an overwhelming victory with 71% of the vote across 3 counties against J.C. Cunningham, who received 29%. Ellis Black, incumbent in District 174, will also keep his seat. Black garnered 69% of the vote from his 6 counties, while challenger Teresa Lawrence picked up 31%.
A tight race on most counts last night had candidates and their campaigns biting their nails. After a hard-fought race with all 12 precincts reporting, Solicitor General incumbent Justin Cabral won the popular vote by a little over 1,000 votes, generating a little over 36,000 votes in total. Cabral maintains his seat by winning 52% of the vote.
Taking a look at your local weather, cooler temperatures continue today with a high in the upper 60s under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight will be cooler with temperatures near 40. Tomorrow will have a high near 70 and it will get cooler at night with a low in the 30s.
Coming up, what to do with those old campaign signs now that the election is over.
And a preview of a play right here at Valdosta State. Stay with us.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
All right, listen, we all need a little nudge sometimes. I don't function without coffee in the morning, but it is going to take more than a double mochaccino to help you here.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero ir.
Danny, no lo puedo hacer. Quiero ir. Danny, lo voy a hacer.
DMC, liking your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs. Just keeping it real.
Louder! Louder! I'm gonna get my GED! Come on! Get your GED! Hey. Keep it down, brother. Thanks.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Yolanda Mitchell.
And I'm Ariel Brooks. Unsure what to do with those unwanted campaign signs in your yard? Recycle them. Many campaign signs are made from recyclable paper or plastic, but before you put the signs in the recycling bin, take it off the wooden post or metal post. Reuse the post for later campaign signs for garbage sale signs. Do not remove signs that are not on your property. Check with your local recycling center if you have a large amount of signs.
Civil rights activist Joan Browning will present a guest lecture entitled, "That's Not My Movement, Is It?" The lecture focuses not only on the civil rights movement, but also on common themes in all social causes and movements. Browning has been featured on the Oprah Winfrey Show and has taken pictures with Barack Obama for her role as one of the 4 Southern white women in the Freedom Riders arrest in Albany in 1961. The lecture will be held tomorrow in Jeanette Hall, room 1111, from 7 to 8 p.m.
Tonight in VSU Sawyer Theater, there will be a free preview of Molière's The Would-Be Gentleman. The play is a 17th century French commedia dell'arte loaded with a spectacle of music, dance, and fantasy. The production follows the tale of a newly rich bourgeois merchant who would like to be a part of the upper class. The show's official run is from this Thursday to Wednesday at 7:30 with a Sunday matinee at 3. Seats for The Would-Be Gentleman can be reserved in the Fine Arts Building box office located on the first floor from Monday through Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m.
Human immunodeficiency virus, known by its shorter name as HIV, has been a hot topic since its discovery in the 70s and 80s. Epidemics have spread throughout the world, but one well-known case is that of basketball player Magic Johnson. 21 years ago, Magic Johnson came out admitting he had the virus. While many people associate HIV and AIDS, HIV is a precursor and is more easily managed. Scientists and researchers are getting close to a cure, but for now, victims of the disease in early stages can manage the symptoms.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Ariel Brooks.
And I'm Yolanda Mitchell. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.